All aboard the hydration. That came out really weird. The hydration station. You guys already know. I don't even need to do the choo-choo. It's cucumber water in my cup. I cannot get over the cucumber water. It is what it is. Cheers. I am hydrated. We got some more entitled people today. Shock. Who's shocked? Who is surprised here? Not me. This lighting is very bright. Sorry, y'all. That was just a little too bright. We had to turn that down. Friend always expects me to pet sit. Okay. Lila, speaking of pets, hi. Anyways, my best friend and I live in the same building as each other. When I moved to our city, we thought it'd be great to trade pet care since we both have animals. As it turned out, she traveled a lot for work before losing her job, goes home for the holidays, and needs what I would consider frequent care. My dog, oh no. My dog died, and 1.5 weeks later, she was asking me to watch her special needs dog and her 2 cats. I'm so sorry. I did not expect dying dogs to be in this video. My aunt had surgery and I had to travel to care for her and asked my friend to help. My friend has surgery scheduled 2 months prior to my aunt's, and she moved her surgery date to the week that I had to go care for my aunt. This was planned months in advance. And I think she did this to not have to watch my animals. I paid $300 for someone to come and feed them while I was gone. Is that how much pet care is? I've never had a stranger watch my pet before, so I don't know. My friend made a comment about how it sucks that the pet care isn't equal and that she feels bad that the one time I need help, she's busy. WTF. It was like she was laughing about it. Then she asked me to cat sit for her when I got back. Something always comes up when I need help, and she said because I have a boyfriend and she doesn't, I always have help and she doesn't. I think she resents me for this, and it feels like the world owes her something because she doesn't have a partner. She is going away in a couple of weeks to visit a friend. I don't want to watch her pets anymore. What should I say when she asks? Because she wants me to clean the litter every other day and give medications and do all this shit, but she doesn't even offer to pay. She thinks because she lives in the same building, it's not a huge favor, but I have a job and pets of my own to care for. She has no job and has a bunch of pets. She has no job? How do you live without a job? And she has a lot of pets. Oh, y'all have got yourselves into a sticky situation here with the whole friendship and then the pets. It sounds like your friendship is more of just pet sitting now than it is having a fun bond as friends. I feel like y'all should just cut off this whole pet sitting thing. It seems to be a little too overcomplicated, and maybe just go back to being just friends. Like, let's hang out and make time for each other rather than our pets. I don't know, I feel like you're never gonna win if someone is always needing more pet care than you and all this. Like, I feel like there's just gonna be this like tension there when there shouldn't be. It doesn't need to be that way. Entitled stranger demands money to help you raise the 4 kids. I'm sorry, what? This happened to me, female 49, a few years ago, and it may not be too crazy, but I find it very amusing. I apologize in advance for any mistakes. English is not my first language. Apparently it's not mine either, so no worries. This guy sent me a friend request on Facebook. For context, I'm from Brazil and this guy was from the US. At least that was on his Facebook. And after I accepted the friend request, he sent me a message a few days later. He was the first to get in touch between the two of us, and this happened a long time ago. I won't remember his exact words. So basically, he sent me a touching message. He told me that his wife had left him, that he was unemployed and had 4 kids to raise. Then he told me that he needed $50 or $500. $50 or $500, like that's quite a difference. That's quite a jump. It's not like, oh, 50 or 60. It's like, oh, 50 or 500 to help him with the kids' expenses, and that I should send him the money as soon as possible. I remember my response correctly. I'm sorry, I don't have all that money to help you. The guy was furious. He sent me a horrible message swearing at me, saying that I didn't know him and that he didn't want my pity because the money wasn't for charity. Then he had the unmitigated gall to tell me that I should send him the money and demanded I send him US $500. I'll be damned. I didn't reply. Of course. I removed him from my friends list and blocked him, but before I did that, I took a look at his profile and saw several photos of the guy with his wife and their 4 kids. Recent photos, I might add, and they looked like one big happy family. That's just so sketchy. Even if Mans is still married and with kids, like, what are you doing messaging random women on Facebook and demanding them to pay you $500? Nah. Like, has that ever worked? Has anyone ever received that message and been like, okay, here you go? Maybe it has. Maybe that's why he does it. Maybe it's worked out the best. My eyes today, guys, I feel like I'm filming like this. The lights feel so bright to me tonight. I almost want to film in sunglasses. I don't know why. My eyes are so sensitive today. Something weird is happening. Maybe I'm just getting old. I'm losing my eyesight. Entitled woman in doctor's office. I hadn't encountered entitlement until this woman, until you've been on my channel. I had a doctor's appointment and had filled in all the required info online, so when I got to the office, all I had to do was check in the receptionist for my doctor. One woman was at the window, so I got behind her to wait. A couple of minutes later, I noticed the receptionist and woman weren't interacting. The receptionist had turned away and was on her computer. Then I realized this woman was filling out all her paperwork while standing at the window. Instead of taking it and sitting down, she was standing there blocking the window and filling out the multi-page form. I coughed a couple of times to no avail. That's smart. That's a smart attempt. Rather than just like telling her to get the out of the way, you're just like, like trying to get the attention. I respect it. Finally, Finally, the receptionist at the other window took pity on me, even though she doesn't handle my doctor, and checked me in. Luckily, there weren't any other patients waiting to sign in because I'm sure she'd have done the same thing. The entitled woman finally finished filling out her paperwork and plopped all her stuff in one seat and sat down, huffing with impatience. Everything about her screamed entitled. That's interesting. I thought it was gonna go a much different way. Maybe, oh God, I think I have a sneeze. Oh God, I think I have a sneeze. No sneezing. I'm like entitled or just like naive. You know how there's some people where they're not aware of their surroundings, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if it's intentional or if you're just in your own little world that you're not aware of your surroundings and the common sense in it. And it's not even like they're trying to be rude or entitled, but maybe they were. Because there are other people who are very well aware of the situation and they're like, I don't care. They can wait till I'm done filling out this paperwork. Oh my God, my nose is dripping everywhere. I haven't even been annoyed enough yet to use my annoyed microphone. Karen that lives by public spaces. Karens that live by public spaces. Is that a statement? I don't even know what that means. This is a PSA. Okay, this is a PSA to Karens that live near parks and open space. You heard it here first. I regret to inform you that these spaces are public and do not belong to you. The streets accessing these spaces are also public. No, Karen, I won't move my legally parked car. It's not blocking your driveway, nor is it blocking your precious mailbox. It would be a tragedy if you didn't get your Valpak mailer today. A woman yesterday was standing outside her house losing her mind as a group of runners parked to go on a run. Reminded me of this open space access area near my parents' house a few years ago. This woman was screaming that the space was closed as we rolled by on our four-wheeler. There were logs blocking access that I'm guessing were placed by the same woman. Told her to call the police, moved the logs, and kept going. What she didn't know is we were exiting the space elsewhere. I hope she was anxiously waiting. Bruh, I have seen so many Karen videos of them freaking out that someone is parking on the public street that just so happens to be in front of their house. So many videos of a Karen coming out being like, you can't park there, and then the police come and they reassure them they can park there. It's a public street. I don't understand why people are so bothered by people parking in front of their house. Guys, I don't have a house. Does that bother you? If you own a house, if someone parks there for a few hours, whatever, Does that bother you? And why, if so? Because I just don't get it. Prick gets his car scratched after parking it illegally. I worked at a car rental place that had a car wash next door. They were owned by the same guy though. The car wash was essentially a side hustle with the bonus of it being able to clean rental cars. As such, we constantly drove in and out of the two lots. The gap between the two driveways was just big enough to fit a car, so it was a tight turn. Made even tighter if a car was parked there. After discussing this with the city council, they agreed to paint the curb between the two driveways yellow to make it illegal to park there. Of course, people still parked there though. Of course. I have a burp or something. I warned you. Excuse me. One day, a guy with one of those obnoxiously large Ford trucks, I just know, parked there. The type of car that you see taking up multiple parks at a mall. The type of car that has an owner with a big ego and a short temper. On that day, we had to clean a bus for a family on their way from the airport. They were ahead of schedule, so we had to move fast. One of my colleagues did his best to navigate around the Ford, but he couldn't, and he scraped a huge gash into the panel above the tire. The owner flipped out. We tried telling him he shouldn't have parked there, it's illegal, but he didn't care. He, quote, has a big expensive car, so he's allowed to park anywhere he wants, and he chose there. So he was away from other people, reducing risk of damage. Yeah, not a good enough excuse. That didn't work out for him though, did it? He demanded compensation, but we refused, so he took it to court. Thankfully, he lost. The curb was yellow, so he shouldn't have parked there. He was ruled completely at fault. I'm a little surprised by that. I don't know why, because you're not allowed to park there, and you parked there, and they put you're not allowed to park there for a reason, but also it was their fault in the sense that they did damage his car, but they wouldn't have damaged his car had he not been parked there. So, full circle moment. I get it. Oh my God. Hold on. I need to wipe my nose off camera so you don't see. I'm back. Oh my God. Man screams slurs at teens in the park for not sharing their weed. Well, sharing is caring, so they say. But some things you just don't want to share. I was at the park yesterday flying my drone. It was a great day, one of the nicest days this year actually. I heard someone yelling, but I didn't really think anything of it because I was outside and there were a few people around enjoying the day like I was. I'm very jealous. It's been raining every day in Toronto this entire week. Then I heard the yelling getting closer, and then I heard the unmistakable sound of angry yelling. I'm still focused on flying when I suddenly hear screamed out, "You effing N-word," because there's no chance in hell I'm ever saying that. As a black guy, that of course gets my full attention. Then I hear it again, closer, and of course heading towards me. I'm now fully in oh crap mode, thinking I'm going to have to defend myself or something. I see 3 teenagers, maybe 18 or 19, walking towards me with a man on a bicycle following them and yelling at them. Oh, I thought they were yelling at you. I hear the man again yell, "You bunch of," at the teens again. As the man sees me looking at him, he looks back and yells, "Not you, them. They're, and they won't share their weed." Oh my God. All for some weed, bro? I responded, I think reasonably, with, "What the F is wrong with you?" My thoughts exactly. I think at that point the guy realized that I am much bigger than him, that I'm clearly not scared of him, and that everyone else in the park was staring at him too. He yelled at the 3 teens again and biked off. As the teens walked by me, I asked, "What the F was that?" They confirmed that the man had in fact been following them for 20 minutes screaming because they wouldn't share their blunt with them. After that, everything dissipated quickly with a few other park goers commenting on the craziness as they walked by. That's whack. All for some pot? Bro.
Go get your own.
My God. Is my friend entitled, or am I just a bad friend? Well, we will let you know today because we're very honest on this channel. We've been friends since university and are now in our early 20s, working in different states, so we see each other once a year. During college, we were both struggling with personal issues that drew us closer to each other. We relied on each other for comfort and support, and for this I will always be grateful. However, my focus in the last 2 years has been peace and healing. Theirs has been self-indulgence and building confidence in their ways, which often clashes with my own views, and I find myself being triggered by things that they say and do. We used to do weekly calls every Friday night, but I started feeling drained from those calls. I tried to change the subject to things we'd enjoy talking about, but they'd accuse me of not asking them any personal questions. They also accused me of not replying to their messages in time. I told them I need some space. They gave me space for 1 week and then insisted we do another phone call. I ignored that message. In hindsight, I think that was rude of me. I should have just been direct. Okay, we love some self-awareness. They haven't spoken to me in 2 weeks. I feel very suffocated in this friendship, as if I can't exist as a human being without them having to know everything that's going on in my life, and vice versa. I sent them a message again a few days ago and told them I care about them and I just need some space, but they ignored me. It sucks because I really do care about this friendship, but I don't want a friendship that's only there when we are going through rough times. I also hate that there's a set of preconceived rules in a friendship, and if you don't follow those rules, then you don't care about them. This friendship seems a little like, this is weird. I'm like,
I don't know about this one.
it sounds to me, even the first half of this story, it just seems like you guys are in different places. You enjoy different things. You're just on different paths, whether that's emotionally, whether that's like where you're at in your own self journey. Is this truly a friendship you want to keep? And if so, my question is like, why? What value do these friends add to your life that you so badly want to hold on to? I feel like everyone should be asking themselves that with certain friendships along the way, you know? What does it serve you? Good, bad? Because I don't hear the good. Costco parking lot hell. Costco parking lot
Sucks.
Not sure if you've ever been there. Absolute chaos, no matter what day, no matter what time. No. And I mean no. Parking spaces as usual at Costco today, just like I said. So I'm waiting for a lady who's getting ready to pull out. When her car starts backing up, the humongous Tundra parked next to her starts to move too. She drives away, and I'm waiting for him to finish pulling out. He pulled back in, now smack in the middle of both spaces, and gets out. Nah, that's a fist fight. That's a fist fight. Oh, I just know. Costco parking lot is like, it's every man for themselves. It's wild. It is wild out there. Everyone acts like wild animals. Everyone's on the hunt. They're on the prowl for a parking spot, and they will do what it takes to get one. Spooky. That's why I don't go to Costco. I hate Costco's fine, but I'm like, I've been there years because I'm like, I can't do it. I don't have patience. I don't have patience. Okay, and I'll take that on myself. I don't have the patience. This sass handling that, no, and I don't want to be miserable, so I'm not going. Anyways, that's all the entitled people I got today. So stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I'll see you tomorrow.